Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome dear students. I am Ghulam Mustafa, subject specialist in English at Divisional Public School and Inter College Sahiwal.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome dear students. Today we are going to learn kinds of sentences based on structure. It is linked with previous learning of kinds of sentences based on meaning. Today's objectives of learning are, by the end of working on the prescribed concept, you will be able to link the new learning of kinds of sentences based on structure with the previous learning of kinds of sentences based on meaning. Number 2, identify independent and dependent clauses. Number 3, identify simple, compound, complex and compound complex sentences. Number 4, solve the prescribed exercise B, unit number 21, Oxford Grammar Tree. Now it is time to link our new learning with the previous one. Dear students, I am giving you some sentences. Could you identify what do these sentences convey? Assertion, question, order, strong feeling, wish or curse. Sentence number 1 is it foggy today? Yes, most of you have guessed rightly. It is a question. Sentence number 2. What does the sentence number 2 convey? Open the door. What does this sentence convey? Obviously, it is an order or command. Now we go to sentence number 3. Hurrah! We have won the match. You have correctly guessed. It is a strong feeling of joy conveyed through this sentence. Now sentence number 4. It is a new building. Most of you have guessed correctly. It is an assertion, or we can also say that it is a statement. Look at sentence number 5. May you live long. What does this sentence convey? Okay, most of you have guessed correctly. It is a wish. Now we are going to learn more about the kinds of sentences. Let us compare the two given columns about sentences. The first column, we have one subject and one verb for 3 sentences. While in column number 2, we will trace how many subject and verbs are there in the given sentences. Sentence number 1, the child plays with the kitten. Sentence number 1 has one subject, child, and plays, one verb. Look at sentence number 2. Column number 2, I love coffee, but she likes tea. In this sentence, there are two subjects. One subject is I and its verb is like. And after but, there is another subject, she, and its verb is likes. In sentence number 2, there are two subjects and two verbs. In sentence number 3, column number 2, after when, there is a subject he and its verb is was, while in the other part of the sentence the subject is he and its verb is used to. From these two columns we come to the conclusion that sentences may have one subject and one verb, or sentences may have two subjects and two verbs. Now we are going to learn clauses. Look at the sentence. Obviously, this sentence has one subject, child, and one verb, plays. Look at sentence number 2. I like coffee, but she likes tea. In this sentence, there are two subjects and two verbs. So, we are going to define a clause. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate and conveys complete sense. It may be a sentence in itself, or it may be a part of a sentence. Whereas a clause which is a single complete sentence is called an independent clause or principal clause. So we can say the sentence number 1, the child plays with the kitten, is an independent clause or a principal clause. Now we'll go further. We are going to learn kinds of sentences based on structure. Consider the given sentences. Sentence number 1 is, he has a big house. Sentence number 2, he has a house and it is very big. And number 3, neither does she talk to him nor does she listen to him. Sentence number 1 has only one subject and one finite verb. This is called simple sentence because it consists of only one independent clause. We consider sentences number 2 and 3. Sentence number 2 is, he has a house and it is very big. And sentence number 3 is, neither does she talk to him nor does she listen to him. In sentence number 2 and 3, there are two clauses combined with the help of coordinating conjunctions and correlative conjunctions. The examples of coordinating conjunctions are and, but, or, still, for, and correlative conjunctions are not only but also, either, or, both, and, hardly, when, etc. Students, can you identify simple or compound sentences? I am giving you some sentences. Is there one subject and one verb, or in this sentence there are subjects more than one and verbs more than one? Yes, many of you have guessed correctly. It is a simple sentence because in this sentence there is only one verb, climbed up, and the subject is also one, my mother. So sentence number 1 is simple. Look at the sentence number 2. The sun came out and the clouds vanished. Check. This sentence has one subject or more than one subject, or it has one verb or more than one verb. Okay. The sun came out and the clouds vanished. Most of you have guessed correctly. In this sentence there are more than one subject, the sun and clouds, and there are two verbs, came and vanished. The sun has the verb came and the clouds has the verb vanished. So this is a compound sentence. Now we come to sentence number 3. Guess its correct identification. Sajid cleaned his shoes. Now we come to sentence number 3. Sajid cleaned his shoes. Identify, is this a simple or compound sentence? Most of you have correctly guessed. It is a simple sentence because Sajid is single subject and its verb is also one, cleaned. So it is a simple sentence. Sentence number 3, Sajid cleaned his shoes, is a simple sentence. Now we are going further. there is a special sentence. Under no circumstances could you accuse him of dishonesty. Can we identify this sentence is compound or complex? Yes, it is a simple sentence because its subject is you and its verb is accuse. In this sentence, only one subject and one verb. There is only one subject and one verb, so it is a simple sentence. Whether it is a long sentence, it doesn't matter. It has only one subject and one verb, so it is a simple sentence. Compare the following sentences. Number 1, he has a house and it is very big. Sentence number 2, he has a house which is very big. Sentence number 2 has two independent clauses combined with the conjunction and it is a compound sentence, whereas sentence number 2 needs your special attention. He has a house which is very big. This sentence has two clauses. He has a house and which is very big. As we know, a clause has a subject and verb of its own. In this sentence, there are two clauses. He has a house and which is very big. Have you noticed that the clause which is very big cannot convey its meaning independently? Which is very big. This clause does not convey its meaning independently. It needs an independent clause to convey the complete meaning of the sentence. The sentence having one independent clause with one or more dependent clauses is called a complex sentence. So, sentence number 2 is a complex sentence because it has one independent clause, he has a house, and one dependent clause which is very big. So, sentence number 2 is a complex sentence. Dependent clauses are combined with an independent clause with the help of subordinating conjunctions like as though, as if, wherever, which, after, since, because, etc. Subordinating conjunctions show the dependency of the clause. They point out that the sentence is a complex one. Now there is a question for you. Dear students, can you differentiate between these two given sentences? Sentence number 1, she denied that she had written the letter. And sentence number 2, we thought that we would watch the cricket match when we reached the stadium, but we were wrong. Both sentences have dependent clauses. Both the given sentences have dependent clauses, as in sentence number 1 that she had written the letter, and in sentence number 2 that we would watch the cricket match and when we reached the stadium. Sentence number 1 has one dependent clause. Sentence number 2 has two dependent clauses. Moreover, sentence number 1 has one independent clause, being a complex sentence, but sentence number 2 has two independent clauses. In this case, we can say that the sentence having at least two independent clauses with one or more dependent clauses is called a compound complex sentence. There is an assessment for you. Question is, identify the given sentences as simple, compound, complex and compound complex sentences. Sentence number 1 is, he should accept the new post, otherwise he will miss a golden opportunity. Guess whether this sentence is simple, compound, complex or compound complex. Most of you have made correct guess. It is a compound sentence because there are two independent clauses combined with the conjunction otherwise. Sentence number 2 is, in spite of his advice, she decided to quit the job. Identify this sentence. Many of you have guessed correctly. This is a simple sentence because in sentence number 2 there is only one subject and one verb. Now we go to sentence number 3. Though Sajid prefers watching science fiction movies, he watched the latest spy film and he enjoyed it very much. Identify the kind of this sentence. It is a compound complex sentence because it has two independent clauses. One is he watched the latest spy film and second is he enjoyed it very much. And there is one dependent clause in this sentence, though Sajid prefers watching science fiction movies. So sentence number 3 is a compound complex sentence. Now we go to sentence number 4. While she was waiting for the bus, she saw a strange sight. Match your answer with the given one. It is a complex sentence. Sentence number 4 is complex because it has one independent clause, she saw a strange sight, and there is one dependent clause, while she was waiting the bus. So sentence number 4 is a complex one. When you are going to identify kinds of sentences based on structure, check the following points. Number 1, A. One subject with one finite verb makes a simple sentence. Point B is two or more independent clauses joined to make a compound sentence. C. One or more dependent clauses combined with one independent clause make a complex sentence. And the last point is at least two independent clauses joining one or more dependent clauses make compound complex sentences. Keep these 4 points in mind, then you will be able to identify correctly the kind of sentences based on structure. Now it is time to solve exercise B with the help of these 4 checkpoints. Yes, dear students, it is a compound sentence because this sentence has two independent clauses. Better put the room in order. Father is going to be angry. It is combined with the conjunction or else. We go to sentence number 2. Being absent is not an excuse for not having done your homework. Though it is a long sentence, we have checkpoints for arriving at the conclusion whether this sentence is simple, compound, complex or compound complex sentence. Now match your answer with the given one. The given sentence, sentence number 2, is a simple sentence because it is having only one subject and one finite verb. Now we go to sentence number 3. We should keep our promises so that we do not lose trust. Keep in mind there are two clauses in this given sentence. You will have to check dependency, whether there is dependency in the sentence or there are two principal clauses in the given sentence. You are right. Dependency is shown with the conjunction so we can say that this sentence is a complex one. Now we go to sentence number 4. The public has been angered by his false and irresponsible statements. Make your own guess. This sentence has only one subject, the public, and one finite verb, angered. So this sentence is a simple one. Now we go to sentence number 5. Please find out from him if he is interested in joining us. Check. There are two clauses in this given sentence. Find out whether there is dependency in the given clauses or not. Yes, there is dependency. There is dependency of the clause if he is interested in joining us with an independent clause. Please find out from him. So this sentence is a complex one. Now we go to sentence number 6. You do not need to tell us what we are supposed to do. There are also two clauses in the given sentence. Check whether a clause depends on the other or not. Yes, your guess is right. There is a dependency of the clause what we are supposed to do with one independent clause. You do not need to tell us. So this sentence is also a complex one. Now we go to sentence number 7. I'm ready to listen to you if you do not scream at me. There are two clauses in the given sentence. Again, check whether there is dependency or not in the given sentence. Yes, you are making good and correct guesses. There is dependency of the clause if you do not scream at me with one independent clause. I am ready to listen to you. So this sentence is a complex one. Now we go to sentence number 8. Please go home and get some rest since you are so tired. Check. There are three clauses. Please go home, get some rest, you are so tired. These three clauses are combined with the conjunctions and since. Its solution is that there is dependency of the clause since you are so tired with two independent clauses, so it is a compound complex sentence. Sentence number 9. The doctor had advised him a day's rest, but the boy confidently claimed that he would come first in the race even though he had sprained his ankle. There are four clauses in this given sentence. The doctor had advised him a day's rest. The boy confidently claimed he would come first in the race. He had sprained his ankle. This sentence has four clauses. We will have to check the dependency and the number of independent clauses in this given sentence. There is dependency with two independent clauses, so this sentence is a compound complex sentence. It has two independent clauses. The doctor had advised him a day's rest, and the other independent clause is the boy confidently claimed. There are two independent clauses in sentence number 9, and there are two dependent clauses in this sentence as that he would come first in the race, and dependent clause number 2 is even though he had sprained his ankle. So sentence number 9 is a compound complex one. Now we go to sentence number 10. Our teacher advised us to answer all the questions and not to leave out any. We will have to find out whether this sentence consists of only one clause or not. Yes, your guess is right. This sentence has only one subject and one finite verb, so it is a simple sentence. Sentence number 10 is a simple one. Now, sentence number 11. Since these boys were not punctual in their habits, they missed out a number of opportunities to participate in the play. Obviously, there are two clauses in the given sentence. Now we'll have to identify whether there is dependency in this sentence between the two clauses or they are independent clauses. Yes, you are right. There is a dependency of the clause. Since these boys were not punctual in their habits, with one independent clause, they missed out a number of opportunities to participate in the play. So this sentence is a complex one. Now we go to sentence number 12. We should cultivate good habits like self-discipline and integrity from childhood. We will have to identify whether this sentence has one clause or more than one clauses. Yes, this sentence has only one subject we and one finite verb cultivate. So this is a simple sentence because it has only one independent clause. Now we go to sentence number 13. There was not much rain although it was the monsoon season. In this sentence there are two clauses. We will have to identify whether there is dependency or the combination of two independent clauses. Yes, you are right. There is dependency of the clause although it was the monsoon season. With one independent clause there was not much rain. So this sentence is a complex one. Now sentence number 14. When I was younger, gardening was my hobby and I would plant a new sapling every month. In this sentence there is dependency of two independent clauses. So it is a compound complex sentence. There are two independent clauses. Gardening was my hobby and I would plant a new sapling every month. And these two independent clauses have one dependent clause, when I was younger. So it is a compound complex sentence. Now sentence number 15. I used to read a lot and my sister would draw and paint in her sketchbook. In this sentence there are two clauses. We will have to find out whether there is dependency or the combination of independent clauses. Yes, you are right. There is the combination of independent clauses. So it is a compound sentence. There are two clauses combined with the coordinating conjunction and, so it is a compound sentence. Now we are going to recapitulate our learning of today. Column number 1 shows that sentences based on meaning have 5 types. Declarative sentence is affirmative or negative. Interrogative sentence makes questions. Imperative sentences show order or request. Exclamatory sentence expresses strong feelings, and operative sentence expresses a wish or a curse. Whereas in column number 2 we learn sentences based on structure. We learn to identify the sentences based on structure. Column number 2, simple sentence has one independent clause, whereas compound sentence has two or more independent clauses, whereas complex sentence has one independent clause with one or more dependent clauses, and compound complex sentence has at least two independent clauses with one or more dependent clauses. Now it is time to assign homework. Make two sentences of each kind of simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences. The list of coordinating, correlative, and subordinating conjunctions at page 95-96 of Oxford Grammar Tree may help you make compound, complex, and compound complex sentences. Dear students, learn seriously and devotedly. Make best use of your time. Keep SOPs for your own safety and safety for your country. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.